Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today from Fox News, second suspect arrested in connection to DHS Secretary Noem's purse snatching. Noem's purse, which contained $3,000 in cash and her DHS access card, was stolen from a D.C. restaurant last week. It's interesting that they waited, I guess, until they got full information and could investigate it thoroughly, which I'm glad they did. And we read from Fox. A second arrest has been made in connection to the theft of Department of Homeland Security Kristi Noem's purse while she was out having lunch on Easter with her family. Authorities announced that they apprehended the accomplice believed to be tied to the series of thefts in D.C. and Miami on Sunday. So this individual was stealing stuff both in D.C. and Miami. So they knew, I guess, probably what they were doing and maybe who they were targeting. The individual is believed to be a co-conspirator in those incidents, with the primary defendant who is accused of committing a robbery against Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem. A spokesperson for the Secret Service shared in a statement. Public safety is strongest when built in trust and collaboration. Special Agent in Charge Rafael Barros said, "We are grateful to the Miami Beach Police Department for their swift and outstanding assistance in today's apprehensions. After receiving information from Washington, Miami Beach police officers quickly implemented targeted protocols and located the defendant who was taken into custody without incident." So we hear from the Secret Service, made a post on X. And then, of course, we have the post also from Kristi Noem here. And we'll get into more of that here in a moment. But I did want to, of course, balance out the news with what the Jeff Bezos newspaper said, also known as the Washington Post. And you'll see all the snarks and implication and framing and all this, which is, of course, just not necessarily a dig, but just a way to just, be snarky. The Washington Post. DHS Secretary calls migrant accused of stealing her purse a career criminal. The alleged crime is far from the examples of violent attacks and incidences and so forth that the Trump administration has regularly touted to galvanize support for its mass deportation policy. Or perhaps maybe there are illegal aliens here that were allowed to come in under the Biden administration, and so the administration is handling it. Washington Post. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi L. Noem has cast herself as the Trump administration's immigration enforcer, donning tactical gear and holding a rifle as she vows to protect the public from dangerous criminals who she says are in the country illegally. Now, of course, this is a huge snark here because they're trying to, kind of mock her for having been in her tactical gear and holding a rifle. So maybe, well, why didn't you have this while you were out at your Easter dinner, right? It's just really kind of a way they frame it, just to kind of make it look, just to kind of make her either look bad or just to try to inflame the situation. On Sunday, authorities announced that they had arrested an undocumented immigrant in Washington in connection with an alleged crime against an unlikely victim, Noem herself. A second suspect was arrested in Florida and is being held on an immigration detainer as charges are finalized, the Secret Service announced Sunday evening, as we had mentioned there in that particular article. And we can go back over here and play a little bit of what Fox News said here.
Man has been arrested for allegedly stealing Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's purse. It was taken from a D.C. restaurant last weekend. Police say more arrests are expected. A suspect wearing a mask reportedly took Noem's bag, which contained $3,000 in cash, her DHS access card, and other items. It's unknown if the suspect targeted Noem or if it was a random crime. I'm Kelly Pater. Now back to Life, Liberty, and
Okay,
Levin.
Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. And then we're going to go over here to X, because you can see how she has her little tactical gear here, and then people were commenting on how she was holding the weapon.
In tonight's Last Minute, a note on Bill Owens, who...
Okay, no. Thank you, 60 Minutes. And then, of course, you can see here, now, the way she's holding it is just really for support. It's not, she doesn't have her finger on the trigger. And her hand is in a position here. So, people were talking about this, but this isn't anything unusual, the way she's holding the weapon, just as a sense of holding it for presentation or for demonstration purposes or for a photograph. Earlier, a thief stole DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's purse. The thief has been identified as an illegal alien and arrested, per D.C. U.S. Attorney Ed Martin. So you can kind of see how this is being translated and played out by so many people here. And this was from earlier today.
Stealing Secretary Noem's purse over the weekend. What can you tell us about these individuals' immigration history as well as their criminal history?
I don't have the criminal history, but I know the one that stole the purse is supposedly in the country legally. But, you know, pick the wrong person to steal a purse from. I mean, Secretary Noem's a strong secretary. I know I've been talking about the success of the men and women of the Border Patrol and ICE, but under her strong leadership, she's a game changer. So I'm happy to work with her, despite the media I've read that me and Kristi Noem have differences. Me and Kristi Noem are attached at the hip. There's no daylight between us. We're both going to push the president's agenda. She's a strong secretary, and I'm glad she's in here. And I'm glad, but again, that illegal alien, pick the wrong person to steal a purse from. I'm telling you.
That's Tom Homan, our border czar, for those who may not be aware. And then, of course, the lovely 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐨𝐧 our White House press secretary. Young lady. And here we have from Wu-Tang, Secretary Noem was saying thank you to the Secret Service and ICE and our law enforcement partners for finding and arresting the criminals who stole my bag on Easter Sunday as I shared a meal with my family at a Washington, D.C. residence. She was just there to do her business with her family. And, of course, she was, I guess you could say it's ironic and very bizarre and interesting that it happened to her specifically, considering she is a director of Homeland Security. So it isn't as though she is pretending to be something, as this paragraph here implied, right? Because it's saying here, donning a tactical gear, she vows to protect the public interest. What was it? The phrasing they were using here? I was trying to find the particular phrasing that they were trying to use. And, but, yeah, it's just really kind of interesting how that ended up turning out being against her. But I welcome your thoughts and comments down in the public section, whether you think this was just a random act of theft, or was it coordinated in some way because of where they had to catch these guys later down the road. But, man, if you're going to go after somebody, I think the last person you want to go after would be the Department of Homeland Security, especially if you're an illegal alien. So, yeah, just let me know down in the comments sections what your particular thoughts are on that topic. But I do want to thank all you guys for your continued support. That's everybody on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. You guys have been amazing. And those also watching on the TikToks. Of course, below this video, as I always mention, there you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X right here. And, of course, TikTok is there as well. And it's very interesting the way things have been growing here in 2025. Apparently, not only did it help at the border, but maybe having a new president is helping in social media for conservative content creators. So thank you so much, guys. And, of course, to help out the channel, of course, I have my affiliate links below this video as well. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, I have my landing page link there. Your safety and privacy is protected. And speaking of which, privacy and protection there, I use TrustZone VPN, a virtual private network that helps out a lot of what I do online. And I appreciate that it's very simple, basic, and to the point. Very easy to use and not bloated with additional software and other things that many of the newer ones come with, although they do a good job. But I don't like mine bloated. I like mine to be streamlined. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen for all of you watching on YouTube specifically, you guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know it's content here on the channel. Content here on the channel. There we go. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.